Hi everyone, myself Linga Reddy. In this session, we will discuss vapor pressure. Already we discussed in part 1 vapor pressure. This is a part 2. Let us continue the vapor pressure. Here vapor pressure mainly we observe in two process. Whenever vapor pressure, liquid in liquid, liquid in liquid. The second one is solid in liquid, solid in liquid. In generally this is solute, this is solvent. Same here also, the solute we are taking dissolved in solvent, right? I hope it is clear. The solute is non-volatile, right? This is non-volatile. Right, here solvent is volatile solvent. This is volatile. The best example we are taking here, aniline or nitrobenzene. These are the non-volatile substance, right? Aniline and nitrobenzene. Benzene. These are the example for liquid non-volatile solute. Here solvent is, you can take water. So water, ether, these are the volatile substance. Petrol. Next to ethyl alcohol, methyl alcohol, acetone, right? So example I am writing here, methyl alcohol, and then here CCl4, and then acetone. This is the acetone, right? And then carbon disulfide. These are the volatile solvents. Here also same, but what is the difference here? I am changing the color. I am writing red color here. Solid in liquid, that is non-volatile solute. Okay, example here, right here. First one is sodium chloride. This is a non-volatile solute. And then here glucose, right? The second one is here glucose. I hope it is clear, right? In part 1 we are discussing non-volatile solvent or solute. It easily evaporate the liquid to vapors, right? So here the combination of non-volatile solute and the volatile solvent, what is happening in vapor pressure? Let me explain. Right, the first one let us discuss now. Vapor pressure of liquid in liquid. Right here one more example is there, right? We can take here the example here, urea also is there. This is also solid substance. Better understanding purpose I am giving. And we can write sucrose also, right? Fourth one is sucrose, right? These are the solute. It's non-volatile, right? This is non-volatile solute. I hope it is clear, right? Let me explain vapor pressure of liquid in liquid, right? I am taking here closed container. This is, imagine ether or water. So mostly I am taking water, right? This is the water, H2O. So this is volatile solvent, so here the vapor pressure is more. So here the vapors, the liquid converted into the vapors is more, because of it is volatile liquid. already discussed first video concept of vapors, right? Here the vapors are more because of it is volatile solvent, right? Now we take non-volatile solute. This is non-volatile solute. So this is a liquid. For example, here we are taking aniline, right? This is the liquid non-volatile aniline. This vapor pressure is compared to the solvent, it is less, right? So here some vapor pressure is there. This is a pure solvent. This is we are taking as a P naught A. This is solute. This is a solute, right? Solute. This is non-volatile, right? So the vapor pressure is less. So this vapor pressure is P naught B. We are taking, yes, P naught B, right? So now both are mixing here. So what is the resultant vapor pressure, right? Let me explain. So here we are taking container, this closed container, solute also is there. This is here, this is the solvent. We are adding here, this is solute. These white particles are solute particles. Now this vapor pressure is decreases. This vapor pressure is compared to the solvent vapor pressure, this vapor pressure is decreases. So here very less molecule solute particles is there, and then here and solvent particles also very less because of the vapor pressure is decreases due to adding of non-volatile solute. So I hope it is clear. So now this pressure is in this is the solution. Solute plus solvent is called solution. The solution vapor pressure here, the solvent vapor pressure is here. We are taking here. This is the solution in solvent vapor pressure is PA, and here this is the solute. This is the pressure is B, right? So resultant mixture, this is the forming. Compared to solvent, the solution vapor pressure is less. Here the solution vapor pressure, Raoult's law given one relation here. So what is the Raoult's law? Let me explain. Raoult's law. So Raoult's law explain here, any solution, the partial vapor pressure of each volatile, right here each compound, right, each component is directly proportional to, this is directly proportional to the mole fraction. I hope it is clear. Any solution partial vapor pressure, each component is directly proportional to mole fraction. So nothing but here the best example. So here the partial vapor pressure is there. Here also some partial vapor pressure is there. This is directly proportional to mole fraction of this compound, and this is directly proportional to mole fraction of this compound. It is explained by the Raoult's law. So let us observe the definition of Raoult's law. So any solution of partial pressure of each component directly proportional to mole fraction. So I hope it is clear. For example, partial pressure of A component is there. It is directly proportional to mole fraction of A. And for example, here the partial pressure of solute is there. This is some partial pressure. This solute is directly proportional to its mole fraction. This is explained by this is given by Raoult's law. So any solution of the partial pressure, each component directly proportional to its mole fraction, right? So here we are taking one constant. So Pa equal to K into mole fraction, and here Pb equal to K into mole fraction of B, right here the K equal to pure the vapor pressure of solvent and solute. So pure P naught A or solvent vapor pressure, or we can P naught B pure solute vapor pressure. So we can write in the place of K here. So PA equal to P naught A into mole fraction of A, and PB equal to, so more here the pure vapor pressure here, so that is P naught B into mole fraction of B. I hope it is clear the each component here. Very important formula this and here. What about total? This is each component vapor pressure. What about total solution of vapor pressure? So this total solution vapor pressure we want, right? P, that here PA plus PB. We want the total vapor pressure. Then what here? P total is equal to P total pressure is equal to PA plus PB. I hope it is clear. Right, let me explain clearly. P total is equal to PA nothing but P naught A into mole fraction of A plus P naught B into mole fraction of B. This is P total, the vapor pressure. Also one relation here according to the mole fraction here. The mole fraction of 1 plus mole fraction of nothing but mole fraction of A compound equal to mole fraction of B compound equal to 1, right? So here the mole fraction of A equal to 1 minus xB. This expression we can write like this. I hope it is clear. Instead of here A, we can substitute this value. What we'll get here? The P total is equal to P naught A, the here 1 minus xB plus P naught B into mole fraction of B. Right, just here multiply here P into 1 here P naught A and minus P naught A into xB, that means P naught A xB plus P naught B into mole fraction of solute, that is mole fraction of B, right? Just we can take here common for mole fraction of B, right? This time we are taking here as it is, we can write P naught A, right? Minus is there, and then what is the positive here? The P naught B minus P naught A into the mole fraction here, so that is xB. Here P total pressure, this is P total. So whenever here x plus xa plus xb equal to 1, that equal to here xa equal to 1 minus xb. In that case we can calculate this formula, mole fraction of. I hope it is clear. Let me explain through graphs. First we will draw the each component for graph. So P A equal to P naught A into mole fraction of A. This is like y is equal to mx. So here we are taking, this is the vapor pressure and of solute, solvent, right? And here mole fraction of A, so the slope coming like this, right? And then next one, Pb equal to P naught B into mole fraction of B. This is like y equal to mx. So here this is the y axis, we are taking vapor pressure, that is nothing but Pb of solute, and here mole fraction of B, it is coming like this, right? Now P total is there, right? P total equal to PA plus PB. How to draw the graph from this one, right? Let me explain. Next slide. Right here, this is solvent nothing but XA is equal to mole fraction is 1, total mole fraction, only your solvent only present. The solute is there, here the solute is 0, right? The mole fraction of solvent is like this. So here taking this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. So in that y-axis what is there, already we discussed vapor pressure. Here that mole fraction, right? This is a mole fraction. And right, next one, here xa equal to 0, xb equal to 1. So here the total the mole fraction of a solute is more, so this is increases like this, right? This is vapor pressure, this is also vapor pressure of solute, right? I hope it is clear. So this is solvent vapor pressure. So this is Pa equal to P naught A into mole fraction of A. So this is Pb equal to P naught B into mole fraction of B. So total mole fraction, this is called total mole fraction. So this is total mole fraction. That means P total is equal to Pa plus Pb. Pa plus Pb. I hope it is clear. Let me explain here one thing important. So the vapor pressure of solvent is more. The vapor pressure of solvent is more as compared to solute. So solute vapor pressure is less compared to solvent. The reason is the solute is volatile solvent. So it is vapor pressure is more, right? This is non-volatile solute. So vapor pressure is less. I hope it is clear. Next one, second one, vapor pressure of solid in liquid. Right, solution is there. The solution containing solute and solvent, right? Solute is here non-volatile. Already we discussed this point. This is non-volatile. This is volatile. Right. Example here. Example. Urea. This is a solid. Urea, glucose, and fructose, sucrose, right? These are the solids. And liquids here, you can take water or benzene or ether, RO or ether, and methyl alcohol. These are the example for volatile solvent. Let us do one experiment. We can understand very clearly. Here generally one closed container is there. This is the closed container. This container can having solute. This is okay. This is we can take solvent, right? Solvent is liquid, right? So this is vapor pressure is more here. The vapor pressure is more. So this vapor pressure, the liquid converted into vapors here more because of this is the volatile substance. So here more vapor pressure. So this vapor pressure also indicate P naught A, right? Here we are taking closed container. In that container we are taking the solid substance of NaCl or urea or sucrose or fructose we are taking. I am taking here NaCl salt. So this is solute. It is non-volatile solute. So already we are seeing in home. So these particles are less as compared to the solvent, right? Now we are both are adding here. This is adding. What is the resultant solution is we are getting here. So here the solid particles converted into solid less, right? Here A, this is the liquid particles. So this is the liquid particles, and I hope it is clear. This is the solute, right? Solute indicate B, solvent indicate A. So the A particle, B particles, and B particles, A particles, and B, AB particles are like the after mixing. These B particles are not easily converted into vapor to liquid because of non-volatile solid. So only few molecules in the surface of this one, the solvent molecule as compared to pure solvent. This is a pure solvent compared to compared to in solution is less. So here all are A particles only. Here all A particles only. It is converted into directly liquid to vapors. But some B particles are occupied in the on the surface. This is non-volatile solid. It cannot convert into liquid to vapors. So that means here only few particles are liquid to convert into vapors. So vapor pressure of this one is very less. So here the vapor pressure of solvent is, this is a vapor pressure of solvent. For example, if we are taking in blue color, this is vapor pressure of solute, right? Already Rautsley explained the vapor pressure of solvent is directly proportional to its mole fraction, and solution also its mole fraction, it's directly proportional to its mole fraction of B, right? It's constant, everything we are discussed in the liquid in liquid, as it is same here repeating, right? So here the vapor pressure, I will change color, it's better. So Pa equal to P naught A into mole fraction of A. Here the solute Pb equal to P naught B into mole fraction of B, right? I hope it is clear. Very clear here. Generally one point I am giving here. Pure solvent, right? Pure solvent nothing but P naught A is more vapor pressure than solution vapor pressure. This is Pa. Okay, I hope it is clear. The P naught, this is a pure solvent vapor pressure is more than Pa vapor pressure. So this is pure solvent vapor pressure. This is solvent vapor pressure in solution. In solution, solvent vapor pressure is decreases. This pressure is decreases, so this is also called lowering of vapor pressure. Next, one more point here. Lowering of vapor pressure is equal to initial vapor pressure is, this is P naught A minus Pa. This is called lowering of vapor pressure. I hope it is clear. So whenever we are adding the solute, the vapor pressure is decreases. That remaining the difference pressure is called lowering of vapor pressure. I hope it is clear. The vapor pressure is decreases the due to by adding solute, right? Generally the solvent vapor pressure here, vapor pressure of solvent equal to pure solvent of vapor pressure into mole fraction of A. So generally according to the mole fraction, the mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B equal to 1. So here mole fraction of A is equal to 1 minus mole fraction of B. So instead of this we can substitute this one. Here we'll get mole fraction of A, here the vapor pressure of solution equal to vapor pressure of pure solvent into here 1 minus xb, right? Just multiply here Pa equal to P naught A minus and P naught A into mole fraction of B. I hope it is clear, right? This B are shifting here. So what is that here? not only B, this part is shifting here and this is going here. What is the resultant we'll get here? P naught A into mole fraction of B is equal to, so here P naught initial vapor pressure and here what is the solution vapor pressure. So this is we are getting here. So this is also called lowering of vapor pressure, LVP, lowering of vapor pressure, right? So this is we can send here this side. So what is that here? The XB equal to P naught minus and PA by and P naught A. So this is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. This is called relative lowering of vapor pressure, RLVP. So this is one of the colligative properties. So we'll discuss in colligative properties very clearly, right? This is about the information about solid in liquid and vapor pressure. Why this equation we are taking? Here the solvent vapor pressure is decreases due to that solute, this solute XB, right? I hope it is clear. Next to few important point regarding the vapor pressure. So factor affecting of vapor pressure, right? Factors affecting of vapor pressure, right? So first point here, point number 1, it is does not depends upon the shape and size of the molecule. It is does not depends on shape and size of molecules, right? It is depends on, right, force of attraction, right? So vapor pressure is inversely proportional to force of attraction, right? Force of attraction is more, the vapor pressure is less. Because of the liquid converting to vapors, it too difficult because of the force of attraction is more. I hope it is clear. Here one point here, not size of molecule here, size of container, right? What is the size of container? Then right, one example here, the here first one we are taking ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, right? And here second example, glycol CH2 and CH2OH, and next to one more here, the CH2 CH and CH2OH OH. These three molecules is there. Which molecule having force of attraction is more? This is the more force of attraction due to the hydrogen bonds, right? Here the hydrogen bonds forming 3 bonds, right? So here 2 bonds and here only 1 bond. So due to the vapor pressure is, this is the order of vapor pressure. So depends on the force of attraction. I hope it is clear. So thank you for watching this video. If any doubt is there, you can comment me, I will reply. So thank you for watching for this video.